Even as chaos and anarchy takes over Sri Lanka, there is no sign of resignation from President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, despite clarion calls for his ouster from angry protesters and opposition alike. As on July 13th, Wednesday, the day when Gotabaya had promised to resign, opposition targeted the ruling Sri Lanka Parajana Peramuna party. Main opposition party Samagi Jana Balavagya accused Gotabaya, an assembly speaker and the Prime Minister for lying over President's resignation bid. This comes after thousands of protesters stormed the Prime Minister's office on Wednesday with slogans against the government and demanding Gotabaya Rajapaksa's resignation. Now, Sri Lanka police, they used tear gas to disperse the protesting crowd. The protesters were angry over emergency imposed in the country after its president fled to the Maldives. Later in the day, the agitators, they protested near the Assembly Speaker's residence as well, which is close to the Lankan Parliament. The police fired tear gas, once again used water cannons to stop the angry mob here. Looking at the lawlessness, the newly appointed acting President Ranil Wickremesinghe ordered security forces to protect the Parliament and restore order. A curfew was imposed in the country till early Thursday morning, that is today morning, to take control of the situation after protesters stormed the streets of Colombo. This as Sri Lanka continues to witness both political and economic turmoil, with exhausting foreign reserves and no money to import even essential commodities. Now, for more on this, our correspondent Dasuni Athoda is joining us live from Colombo. Thank you so much for joining us, Dasuni. Now, a lot has transpired in the past 24 hours, yet not much has changed on ground. The resignation still awaited. Protesters are still on the streets. What can you tell us about the current situation on ground?
Well, good morning, Em. Yes, nothing much has changed, but in terms of the protesters that continue to come towards the Gotagogama protest site has reduced quite significantly. And this is probably because maybe today is also a weekday. Yesterday was a Poya day and it was a public holiday, allowing more protesters and civilians to come and visit this place as well. But the key fact is when the entire island nation was waiting for President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's official letter of resignation, it did not arrive yesterday. Today is the 14th of July, and as of this morning, Speaker Mahinda Apabewaldana himself has confirmed that he also is yet to receive this letter. So as of right now, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa still remains to not have stepped down from his post as president officially, but we also now have an acting president in Sri Lanka. That would be our prime minister, who has now been elevated to the post of acting president. And in terms of the tensions that took place outside Parliament yesterday, from hospital sources, we do understand that more than 40 individuals have been injured following these clashes and are currently receiving treatment as well.
Well, all right, Dasuni. Now, also the opposition has blamed Gotabaya, the Speaker, and also the Prime Minister of lying. And what can we expect going forward?
Absolutely, because throughout the day yesterday, we did receive multiple assurances from the political leaders, including the Speaker himself, that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa will be handing over his letter of resignation. Nevertheless, he is now a day behind schedule to send over his promised letter of resignation. And the opposition has now accused the government and the ruling party for lying. Also, there are other reports that this letter will arrive at some point today, provided that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa lands at his final designation, final location, which he is currently in Maldives, is what we understand, and he is to depart from the Maldives to another country.
Right. Dasuni, thank you so much for bringing us all the updates on this. We will, of course, continue to track this very closely with you there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.